I'm Roy Dickan, and I'm happy to once again have with me Endre Hoffman, the Doctor of Self-Worth. Endre, how are you?
Roy, I'm great. I'm based in Europe. How can we have a chat today? What about?
Okay, well, the last time we talked about people that like us are like us. That was one thing. And then we talked about establishing trust being one of the most important things, maybe the most important thing that we can do in life, especially when it comes to business. And so what I would like to talk about today is something that you have brought up in the past, and I think it's important that we reconsider it today. It's not what we say, it's how we say it, and all the things that come into that communication, whether it's tone of voice, whether it's our posture, whether it's any kind of our physiology. And I think you mentioned in the past that in order really to develop this thing so it's like a tool for us, so that each time we communicate with anybody at any point in the day, at any point in our life, we have a tool that we can go back and utilize so that we can get the most out of the communication and the relationship, and so can the person or people that we are communicating with. Why don't you pick it up from here? That's kind of like what I'd like to talk about, but I'm going to let you put it into your words, which you do so well, and let's just go from here.
Thanks for that. And I want to introduce one big picture today about communication and rapport. And this is about holding space to another person, to really allow them to be who they are. How do we do that? We've got to make sure they are feeling safe. And the concept that I want to show you is that there's actually a pie chart you can imagine, but I will drop it under the video, how your communication is set up. And you will be probably surprised to know it's 7% what you say, only 7% your words. 38% of your communication is tonality, is the way you say things. Now you can see I can be gentle in saying the same message. And the impact on the person is very different. But the big one, it's 55%, it's physiology. 55% is how you hold your body. And I also include here what's in your head and maybe left unsaid, how you feel about yourself, or how you feel about maybe pitching an opportunity or even selling this thing. Would you agree if there was this deal and the salesperson is really off about, and it's about really ripping off someone else, probably he would not be congruent. This is 55% to make the sale. So unconsciously, self-sabotage starts to take place. And this is where we want you, if you're a listener, to be really present in conversations and master these 3 pieces, but we will have also 6 steps to have the puzzle pieces in place for your communication to be next level. Have you got any questions about this now?
Well, Endre, let me ask you this. Okay, are you saying that when we're talking to a person, especially, let's just put this in a business setting, if we're trying to get someone to accept our offer because we know that they really need it, and we need to convince them that they should get the solution from us, you're saying that only 7% of the words we use are going to make a difference on whether they accept our offer or not?
I totally agree. I know this sounds so far-fetched.
Yes.
Somehow you've got to understand there is this energetic field between the two parties or even more. And unfortunately, things left unsaid or unexpressed are way more count into our communication than what we say. Because people who feel off, there's something off, when you must have felt that situation when the person is just not ready to budge. There is just something, and you could have that when you just don't want to go ahead and you can't tell what it is. Well, this is what I'm talking about. This kind of energetic field is then sending the message, don't buy from me.
Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, what we've been practicing probably for years is our pitch and our presentation and the words. So we've got 7% of this down.
Yeah,
we now need to get the other 93% down. And this is the tool that will get us there.
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the key. And it may not be taught the way I teach this, but imagine if the person talking to the other one, this is a salesperson who thinks I'm not worthy, or oh, this product is not really good, or I'm not too sure if this really would help this client. Unfortunately, the feedback from the client will be the reflection of what's going on inside. I could go as far as that. If you have doubts about your product, doubts about yourself, doubts about the price, guess what would be the objection you're going to face? You could almost imagine that this person will become a mirror of all of those doubts that you are holding on to, and then you can try and go ahead and fix it. It will be hard because it's coming from you.
So you're going to break this down into 5 or 6 basic steps, and we're going to take them one by one and learn how to make this a tool that we can use. Is that what you're saying?
That's the plan. And we will add an extra one at the end, which would be self-worth. Someone to be congruent about doing the right things in communication, plus be able to step in with good intent, with a good product, and close that sale.
Well, that sounds fantastic. So I will look forward to our next session and probably our next 5, 6, or 7 sessions so that we can nail this thing down, because if that's the difference it's going to make, we've already got the first 7% down. I'm sure we've been all practicing that for a long time. Let's get that other 93% down. And it looks to me like this can change our lives and the lives of our business.
It will make a massive difference in personal relationship as well as business, probably sales. Thanks very much.
Thank you, Andre. It's a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to the next session.